Detroit on Monday. However, JJ just mentioned they'll try and figure out to see if they can get that rescinded. If not, nonetheless, obviously that's a situation that's on their hands right now if he does miss. But you did mention, 12 million points in the last 48 hours for Luka. He is at 133 over the last 72. So despite he had himself a performance, obviously got going early, but you got to factor in the situation and the facts that are at hand right now.
Yes, and you know, the reacting is always going to get you in trouble, right? There's a way to respond to what, something that is said or something that is done that may be disrespectful to you or your family, etc. And if you're aware of the circumstances, you have a choice to make. He made the choice to react in the moment. They can win the game without him, to be honest. If he doesn't play on Monday night, that's just the reality of it because of the situation that they're in. The Pistons won't have Cade Cunningham. The Lakers have enough on their roster to still get it done. And then you just move on to the next game, and you don't overthink it. They'll go through their process of trying to see if they can get it rescinded, but it is what it is at this point.
I want to see him get it rescinded, not just the fact that Luka's on the roll, but I'm thinking more for him and the role he is as far as MVP. This is one of the key games, especially going up against Detroit, who's, the top team in the East. And that performance against them is going to make, the voters look up and say, oh, even though there's no Cade Cunningham, but I'm still, sometimes they don't watch. They just look at Detroit beat by Lakers and, oh, Luka had 60 points. And for me, that's the one thing that I hope it gets rescinded and Luka understands that it hits home for him. Like, I can't put myself in that position. You can say whatever you want about my family, my daughter, my whatever it is. You got to understand, those are just words. Words aren't going to bother you, but getting that L on him is going to bother him more than those words. And so I think that's what this situation can put Luka in the mindset, like, oh, I got to be more presence of mind not to get out of my character and be better.
Yeah, because two things. One, once I know that about you, there's going to be somebody in the playoffs that'll do the same thing to get you to react, if that's what it takes to get you a technical or your fifth foul or whatever, sixth foul, whatever the situation may be. Secondly, when the NBA does go through the process of determining whether to rescind it or not, they're going to talk to the big guy, Bataze, and get a statement from him, ask him what he said, make sure that everything is known, the facts. And depending on what he said, if he tells the truth, or they may ask other players that were within earshot of the conversation, they're going to talk to the referees about what they may have heard. It's possible it is rescinded if they feel like what was said was derogatory enough or negative enough that a player should have a little bit of leeway to say something back.
But I always laugh because I've watched certain players, I ain't gonna call them name, Draymond Green, that says things to the refs and they let it slide. But when you say things to another player and there's no pushing or shoving, you want to call it double take on the players. Stop taking money out of the players' pockets by calling that. And when you let another guy just talk to you like directly to you, crazy. That doesn't register in my mind sometimes, Allie. I know I ain't the smartest guy, but that right there
was one time
don't make sense.
that it was given, and it costed him a pretty big playoff game from the Ohio girl herself. Nonetheless, something we'll keep an eye on, as Luka did pick up, as it stands right now, his 16th technical foul of the regular season. Let's get you to Orlando. Check out the highlight of this one.